this is some of the pictures that we have when we released our vision statement in the year 2020. The Naga Rising, our motto is guide, guard and govern. And the Naga Rising was formed in the early part of 2019 with the broad objective to engage in a wide range of issues and concerns facing our community. If I may define our group in a nutshell, the Naga Rising is a platform that seeks to bring people and issues together, and also to be a catalyst for reform and problem solving. As you can see, all the members in the group, we come from different background and experiences, and in a way we also represent the diversity of our tribes and each other's unique cultural identity. But most importantly, what brought us together was a common vision to work collectively, looking beyond our tribal identity, the inherent conflicts surrounding us, and the differences that we carry. If you were to ask me the one reason or what really motivated us to begin this journey, it may sound a little naive, but I would have to say that the motivation was for our children, the future, the younger generation, to build a better future and a world for them. Allow me to also share that the inspiration for the Naga Rising is actually, it's deeply rooted in the Naga people's collective story of faith, freedom, and fraternity. I believe the vision of the Naga Rising has emerged, or it has germinated from the seeds that has been planted on the ground since a long time ago through the initiatives of our Naga elders and pioneers. And to just give you an instance of trying to convey what I'm trying to say is that one of the inspiration, one of the guiding light of the Naga Rising is the 1929 memorandum submitted to the Simon Commission. On our part, the Naga Rising, we want to renew this vision, to give it a fresh narrative and direction that is in tune with the present context and times. We strongly believe that a new thinking is required. And one of the things we are therefore trying to say is that the modern day challenges confronting the Naga people can only be resolved through a broad-based, inclusive framework and through peaceful means. If you look at it closely, our people, especially the present generation that includes all of us, we are emerging from a very complex and difficult experiences with the Naga political movement on the one hand, the reality of Nagaland statehood on the other. Then we have had the ceasefires. We had one in the 1960s and the present one, the peace processes. And now we are confronted by the confusion and dilemma of dealing with two parallel agreements, as you all are aware of, 2015 Framework Agreement of the NSCN and the agreed position of the NNPGs 2017, which has further polarized the Nagas right down the middle. How do we, therefore, as a people, move forward from here with all these challenges facing us? The Naga Rising, in our own humble way, we seek to find answers to some of these complex questions that we have inherited from the past and the immediate present. Allow me to conclude with the word of wisdom by Socrates, the Greek philosopher, who said this: the secret of change is to focus all of your energy not on fighting the old, but on building the new. Friends, the Naga Rising, we strongly believe in this idea of new beginnings. To move forward, to cross over from the old and to build the new. I would now like to take this opportunity to present to the media the theme song of the Naga Rising. It's called Victory to the Land. I may not have been able to express in words everything that we stand for, but I hope that through the song, through the music, the lyrics, the emotions, we will be able to connect with you all, and you will be able to get an even better understanding of what really the TNR is all about. So we will play you the theme song of the Naga Rising. Thank you. Today's event, that is the release of the roadmap. But before that, just give me a few minutes to explain the rationale and the basis for this roadmap. I think all of us will agree that to tackle the complexity of the immediate Naga situation, one of the primary problems that needs to be fixed is the Naga political issue. And the unresolved Naga issue is therefore something that requires our collective priority, attention, and I would say most importantly, unified approach and action. As we are all aware, the Naga public, they have become restless and they are losing faith in the long-drawn peace process of 25 years. And therefore, this roadmap. But before that, on behalf of the Naga Rising, I would like to make a few things very clear. Firstly, this is not an imposition or a unilateral document to benefit, say, only one group or one side or one party or faction. We believe that this is a unifying draft that can have a positive impact on the immediate Naga situation and on the peace process. Secondly, this initiative by the Naga Rising should be seen not as contradictory, but as complementary to the popular resolve of the Naga public for early and inclusive solution. Thirdly, let me state here that the Naga Rising, we acknowledge, we support and we respect the different public initiatives, movements, the different platforms and voices working for peace, unity, reconciliation, working for the resolution of the Naga political issue. We are, however, very clear and firm in our own understanding that beyond making our appeals for early solution, writing memorandums, mobilizing the masses, we also believe that the prevailing situation also demands a concrete, clear-cut, decisive plan of combined action and strategy. You know, in a way, I sometimes feel that Nagas by nature become too emotional, or we are too impulsive in a given situation. And as a result, we tend to lose our way in the confusion that we create ourselves, and exposing our isms and our divisions. So I'm not saying that emotion is a bad thing, but we need to restrain our emotion a bit, and instead to apply more of our mind, to think critically and objectively. This roadmap, which we will release, no doubt it has an emotional appeal to it, but we believe that it also has a rational plan of action to reach a definite conclusion and goal of what all Nagas want, and that is peaceful, honorable, and early solution. So, without wasting any more time, prayerfully and in the presence of the media fraternity as witness, on behalf of the Naga Rising, I release our draft, the roadmap to a peaceful, honorable, and early solution. I would request our Secretary, Krizo Yome, to kindly read the full content of the roadmap for the benefit of everyone present.
Okay, let me just read out this is a one-page document. I'll just read it out. Roadmap to a peaceful, honorable, and early solution. We value and support the resolve of the Naga public for an early solution to the 25-year-long peace process. We recognize the moral responsibility of all Nagas to work collectively and prepare the ground for political solution. We express concern of the deep division prevailing in our present Naga society that is unhelpful for early and peaceful solution. Therefore, the way forward is for all Nagas to work together in the interest of early and peaceful solution. Towards this end, the Naga Rising humbly proposes to our elders, leaders, and organizations the following. First, to help supplement efforts of the core committee on Naga political issue comprising all 6 legislatures of Nagaland, a community platform with representation of all shades and opinions should be formed through the initiative of the Church. 2. To work towards convergence of the Naga political groups, as there will be only one solution to the Naga issue as announced by the Government of India. 3. To help break the stalemate between the Government of India and the NSCN on the unresolved issue of flag and constitution. This roadmap is based on the resolution passed at the Naga Rising annual meeting on 29 June 2020. Thank you.
So you will get a copy of the roadmap. We have a copy each for all of you. And this is just my appeal on behalf of the group is now we are humbly submitting this roadmap for the Naga public to take common ownership and to help realize the 3-point proposal that we have submitted in the draft. So once again, thank you to the media fraternity. I'm sure you will see the importance of this roadmap and you will play your own role to inform and to communicate with our Naga public. Thank you.
What we'll do now is, I'm sure you have gone through the one-page document. If you have any questions and if you have any doubts, if you need any clarifications, we'll be happy to respond to some of them. So the floor is open.
Just can you give a mic to the media?
I just wanted to clarify a doubt. I wanted to know how similar or different is the Naga Rising from the FNR?
Sure. I will take that.
Okay. I think it's a little, personally for me, it's a little unfair to compare the Forum for Naga Reconciliation, which is, it's a public mandated organization, the FNR, as I see it. The Naga Rising has started as a platform. We don't have the public mandate in the sense that organizations have not, supported us, or we were not formed by any organization. So we have formed ourselves collectively, as I have mentioned in my introduction, that we are individuals who have come together looking at the concerns of the present and also trying to solve some of the problems that we are facing for the benefit of building a better future and a world. So the Naga Rising, I think we don't want to limit ourselves, and we just hope that we can evolve based on the issues and concerns that we take up. So right now our focus is on mostly on the Naga peace process, as you will all know. So yeah, right now you can say that we are more like a think tank. If you want to add to that.
Good afternoon. I have two questions regarding the measures put forward by the Naga Rising, as well as a further clarification from what my colleague has asked just now. The first one is regarding the first resolution, the roadmap number 1, a community platform, which says 60 legislatures of Nagaland with representations of all shades in opinion should be formed by a church. So does it mean that the Naga Rising is looking at the roadmap based on the present state of Nagaland alone, or it's way beyond that? That is the first question. The second question is, number 3, to help break stalemate between the government of India and the NSCN regarding the two issues, that is flag and the constitution. So thus the TNR has certain measures in mind to go about that. And lastly, for me, this is a side clarification would be the difference between TNR and RBP, because some members are interrelated in a way. So, yeah, thank you.
Okay, let me try and answer a couple of your questions that you've asked. On the first point that you mentioned, what we're saying is that we want to supplement the efforts of, as again our convener has said in his short speech on the rationale, that we are supporting all the initiative, all the efforts by the government, by the legislators, by the CEOs, by HOHOs, towards the goal of reaching an early and peaceful solution. The reason we are approaching the church is we firmly believe that the church should provide leadership. We know and we recognize that in the past the church has provided that leadership in times of crisis, and today we feel that there's a need, there's a demand for the church to provide that leadership role. In fact, in this regard, we have already reached out to the church. We have submitted a letter of appeal to the president of the Nagaland Joint Christian Forum, wherein the idea is that while perhaps we may not be able to disclose the content of the blueprint that we have today, we do have a blueprint on how to go about. But the basic idea in that blueprint is how to build trust. Built-in trust and the role of the church is what we believe is what our society needs today. And so, though we have not heard back from the church, our letter was submitted on June 30th this year. But we are hopeful that we'll hear back. We are positive that we'll be hearing from the church. On the third point that you, on the question on the third point, what again we are saying here is that the idea of an early solution can only happen if there is a breakthrough in the current stalemate. And we see that whether it's with any groups, if there is a roadblock, if there is an issue that is, creating a roadblock to reach the goal, we are humbly saying that we are willing to initiate and play our bit in how to break that stalemate. And in fact, we have taken an initiative to reach out to some of the experts as to how to find a middle ground for a meeting ground between the government of India and the NSCN on the issue of the flag and constitution. This was in fact published in the local dailies, and I'm sure many of you must have read it. And the idea is also we want to take it forward, and we want to take it to reach out to the government of India and also the NSCN to see whether there are grounds where they can meet, whether the possibilities, explore the possibilities of meeting or possibilities of finding a middle ground. That's where we are. And our efforts continue with that. And on the third question, I think Along, or anyone of you, if you want to take it.
What is the third question?
Related to...
Okay. You know that our motto stands as guard, guide and govern. And in 2020, TNR, we released our vision statement. And we also realized And also based on the motto, the word govern, we also realize that the best catalyst to bring change is actually politics. It's just that politics is a very negative term in the Naga context. But positive politics can play a very meaningful and I think effective role in bringing about the change that we want to see in our society. And so it was very deliberately the Naga Rising decided to initiate the formation of a new political party. I think we have already issued a statement, but I would like to put on record again that the Rising People's Party was formed through the initiative of the Naga Rising, and the Naga Rising is very much the parent organization of the RPP. Some of the members from the TNR have been given responsibility to build this new party, and as you all are aware, we have given the responsibility led by Joel Naga as the president of the RPP. So in short, I would just like to clarify the relationship between TNR and RPP.
Yes, sure. Answer. I would like to supplement what our secretary has clarified on the first question of why 60 MLS. I believe we are all aware that TNR stands for the entire Nagas. But in any conflict or in any development, there's always people who are playing and who are more involved. And at this juncture, the negotiation and also trying to bring the negotiators together, our legislators, that is the legislators from Nagaland, they have been coming forward to facilitate the coming together of the national workers as well as to facilitate the resolution between government of India and the national workers. So I think it is appropriate to to acknowledge their involvement and their voluntary, voluntary to facilitate the talk. I hope we are able to answer your question.
Can I ask a supplementary question to that? My first question was that involving 60 legislators from Nagaland, so does it mean that the TNR is looking at the issue, confining it within the state of Nagaland, not beyond that? That was the question I'd like to know.
Okay, I'll just answer that. So the first point is related to what we have suggesting a community platform of all shades and opinions to supplement the effort of the core committee. So the political parties, the ruling political parties and leaders, they have at least come and they have united in a single platform. But the civil society, it seems we are running in different direction at cross purposes without any kind of direction or synergy. And we feel that this is not helpful for even a solution that may come in the near future. So in order to supplement the efforts of the legislators, our idea is that the church is the only institution that remains which can play a role in bringing all the different stakeholders, different shades and opinions into a common platform, what we call as the community platform. So that is what the first proposal of TNR is, that the church should step in and play its role to mediate and bring all the Naga voices in a common platform. Is that satisfactory more?
So the people from outside Nagaland is also the joining.
Okay. This roadmap is going to, we have, the next plan of our group is that this roadmap is going to be sent to all the different organizations, whether in Nagaland, in Arunachal, Assam, in Manipur, in Burma, all the different tribe hohos or platforms, and yes, including the UNC, United Naga Council. So we want the Nagas beyond borders, let me put it that way, to take ownership of this roadmap.
Question. As you say, TNR is a very much parent body for RPP. Just now we have mentioned. So is it a strategy for that you have just turn up here and planning for the upcoming election and trying to gain sympathy for 2023 election? Is it, or can you clarify on that?
Some of you.
Okay, let me just, I mean, others may also supplement. When Naga Rising was formed, we formed because, as I said, we wanted to do something for the future generation, because, you know, the state of our society is in such a bad condition that we wanted to intervene and play our part in rebuilding our society. We did not have in our mind anything to do with Naga solution, election, all that, it comes later. But the core of our idea is to express our concern facing the community and how we can solve our problems on our own. We have so many problems in Naga society. I'm sure you all are aware of it. And as I mentioned, politics happens to be the best catalyst for change. And so we decided that in order for TNR's vision to be fulfilled, we need to also enter electoral politics. And the way forward was therefore to form a political party, and that is what has happened right now. So, besides that, do you want anyone else can? Yeah.
I'll try and supplement. I don't know. I mean, when you ask question, you may have a different perception and maybe asking the question. But when we try to answer that, we may give a different answer. But I hope my answer will come to your point. We are not looking for the immediate solution or immediate action plan. But TNR's vision is to guide and to govern. And so to govern, we need a political party to practically implement our vision. And we are not looking for a temporary solution. This RPP is not formed for the immediate solution or immediate involvement in the current elections or whatever. Election may come, may not come. But the political wing of RPP, TNR, has to be groomed from the initial stages. That is our vision. I hope I'm able to answer your